I like driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. Here in my car, I can do what I like. I can use my power-ups and knock you off the track with my car. Get your motor running. Get out on the highway. Looking for adventure. And whatever comes my way. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with a fairly dashing looking Batman Arkham Knight theme on my PS4, which I got free via PlayStation Plus. Well, I don't even think I got it free. I think it's as long as the subscription lasts, as with a lot of other things in PS Plus. But that's another story, that's another show, that's another channel. But it is summer, and I regard summer, where gaming is concerned, the party season of gaming. Summer and winter, those are my two party gaming seasons. And you know, with the kids being off school, being on their summer break, you know, I'm not suggesting for a second that you put your sprogs, slap them down in front of a freaking PS4 and have them playing all day. No, they need their vitamin D. You know what I mean? All that fresh air and oxygen and sunlight and, you know, all that outdoor social skills they need to basically improve, increase, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that is good. But I'm just talking about when they're at home, when they have to be at home, sort of thing. And when they invite their brethrens round or their sisterins round, or even you as a family. There are party games that are suitable for the whole family. I like playing party games a lot. There's a party game that's going to be coming out next week, I believe, and it's called Rocket League, which is basically, it's football with cars. But apparently it's a PC game and it's being ported over to the PS4. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, not talking about that because I don't have the game, but I will feature the game next week. But what I am talking about is a game that I came across which cost me £8. And it is this game, Beach Buggy Racing. Now, it might not be to everyone's taste. People might like the serious sim aspect of racing. I mean, I did for a time. But I have to say that I liked Gran Turismo up to a point, but then I moved on to games like Blur, which is a power-up racer, and there was another game that Blur was kind of up against, and I kind of had difficulty as to which one I needed to get. But I bought Blur because for me it was like the thinking man's Mario Kart. Even back in the days of Wii Mania, that was probably the only game that I bought the Wii for, was Mario Kart. But that's gathering dust, as well as every other retro console that I have in my possession. But I am a big fan of power-up games, power-up racing, even power-up hockey, NHL 3-on-3 arcade. They need to bring that back, man. They need to port that over to the PS4. But anyway, enough of that. Going on to Beach Buggy Racing, it's £8. Now, if you like your games a la Mario Kart, this is the game for you. I'm just going to go into the settings and info real quick. Okay, right. You got the audio settings, where you have the sound effects volume and the music volume. There you go. It does sound charming to begin with, but as you progress through the game, it will give you a massive headache. That's why I just turned down the music, because I want to feature my own music in my gameplays. So, you know, that's more or less that. But anyway, moving away from that, controls. L2 brake, R2 accelerate, triangle button character ability, X button power up, D-pad, left stick, steer. Couldn't be any simpler. Okay, now, go into the tutorial real quick. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Runs at 60 FPS, And as you can see here, this is more or less a tutorial. Welcome to Beach Buggy Racing. Before you start, let's go over a few basics. Use the left stick on your controller to steer. Accelerate with R2 and brake with L2. Yes, I got it. Okay, now try driving up the hill without smashing any of those fruit cars. I'll try my best. And the good thing about this game is that you can play it offline as well. You don't have to play it online. Remember, you can review the controller setup later in the settings menu. Okay, let's try something a little more challenging. Right, those things with the question marks obviously are the power-ups. If you're familiar with power-ups, you already know this, but if you don't, that's what they are. Okay, see those glowy bubbles in the road up there? Drive over one of them and it will pop a power-up into this handy slot on the right-hand side. When you want to use the power-up, just press X. And some of the power-ups can be projected forward and can be projected backwards. So it all depends on the power-ups that you basically get. And there are so many. Right, let's give it a try. I'm sure there's another car around here you can use it on. I'm sure there is. Right, let's go. Right. Come on, where are ya? Right on his ass. Wow, that thing's packed a punch. There are tons of different power-ups you can collect. Each one is different. Okay, I think you're ready for a real race. Yes, I think so as well. Right. Okay, let's do this. Yep, that's my special driver's ability on the left. And when that basically goes all the way around, when there's a blue outer ring all the way around it, that means you can deploy that. And all you need to do is press triangle, I think. Yep, after the meter fills up, try pressing triangle and see what happens. Okay, right, let's do this. Come on. Come on. Well, I'm not really too surprised. I mean, if it doesn't let you win the race or give you a good chance of winning a race in a tutorial, then you really need to brush up on your skills. Right, okay, nice driving. You're ready to start your racing career. If you prove your skills in some races, I might even join your race team. Enough talking, you got some beach buggy racing to do. And that's more or less teaching you all of the necessary controls that you need to master in the game. Anyway, as you can see down here, here are some more options here. You got the upgrade button, where you will have different power races. You got the 100 HP, 250 HP, 500 HP, and I think it's 1000 HP as well. I'm more or less going in between 250 and 500. And you have the option of painting your car, which I'll just go into real quick. Okay, so the outer ring is basically your base color. Okay, the inner ring is the trim, and the middle ring is the color of your trim. So for example, okay, I want to paint my color green, yeah? And I want to change the trim to that. And then I want to change the color of the trim. Okay, got it? All right, okay, so let me put it back to where I had it before. Right, let's get back here. Right, so that's me. Right, so that's your painting car options. Right, now your So you got a firework one, which is a forward projecting one. Fireball, that's forward projecting. Dodgeball Fury, that's forward projecting. Freeze Ray, forward projecting. This one, well, let me just go through them all. Yeah, so this one, Tiki Seeker. It's got a Crash Bandicoot feel about that one. That's a forward projecting one as well. Tornado, forward projecting. Hydra, forward projecting. Lightning Strike. Yep. Remote Control. Yeah, that's forward projecting. Now the oil slick, obviously, that will be left behind you, not in front. Yep. And the chicken crate, which basically, if you crash into that, it will more or less obliterate your screen with chickens and splinters and stuff. Mystery crate does have a Crash Bandicoot look about it. Anyway, fake power up. Springboard, so push all your enemies into the air, which can work towards your benefit, believe it or not. You know, there are so many, there's just so many. Obviously you got the shield, you got the boost. You can get one boost or a set of 3. Ball and dynamite. So basically you kind of get where I'm coming from, where the power-ups are concerned. Right, now you can switch your driver based upon the amount of series that you win. And I've done 1 series, so I've unlocked her, Leilani, so I can use her power-up, which is basically flower power, which kind of leaves like a row of flowers on the track, and if your opponent's car drives into that flower track, it will slow them down. So that she's the only one that I've unlocked so far. But let me just switch her back. Oops, let's have a look here. Switch the driver. Alright, go back into Reyes. Right, and now with that, oh yeah, you can switch your cars as well. Keep forgetting. Alright, so yeah, so you can use all of these cars. You got all these cars to basically choose from. Yeah. Okay. Right, so now you can choose a series, which more or less consists of a certain amount of races. And if you complete the penultimate race, then you race against the boss, and that's how you unlock that boss to add to your skill set, if you like, when you're driving future races. So as you can see, I've done Easy Street, done the 15. I've got 12 out of 24 races out of that. But you have to kind of downgrade your vehicles if you've basically got them up to like 200 HP or 500 HP or whatever. You know, in order to compete, obviously you have to meet the requirements that the race is setting. And that's pretty much it. So let's just get into a race real quick. Oh, before I even go any further, I'm going to basically mention the pros and the cons straight away. Now, this game is primarily a multiplayer couch co-op game. So you can basically have up to 4 people locally playing the game. It doesn't have online. However, you can race one-on-one with a friend on share play. But it being a party game, that being designed for a party game, they're basically concentrating it on the level of local couch co-op play. It's been asked of the developers Vector Unit to put in multiplayer, but they basically said that they just can't afford it. You know, it's not an easy thing for them to do, but for them to implement it, it takes money. So that's why they're kind of hoping that people will like the game enough to buy it and build up the funds so they can implement the online multiplayer, which I think is fair. I think it is absolutely fair. Okay, so you got the option of the quick race, championships, daily challenge, and career. Which pretty much, what is wrong with me? Which pretty much basically is self-explanatory. Championships, you got different championships for each type of vehicle, each power range of vehicle. So there are a ton of races to get into, and the object is to win each championship. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I think it's 32. There's 32 championships there. Right, okay. So you got those. You got the quick race, speaks for itself. Daily challenges. Well, it's kind of easy if I just go into it. So basically the objective is to collect the Stampede power-up and try and knock over as many targets and many cars as you can. Okay. I am not doing too great. Ooh. See, I'm being a bit too greedy there. Right, so you can see what needs to be done. Oh, come on. Well, I've got 97, not too bad, considering it's the first time I really tried it. Okay, so I'm gonna come out of that. And that is more or less it. So let's just get into a race real quick. Okay, we're going into a quick race, which is under the 250 horsepower limit. And here we go. Now, I do like party games, you know, I do like party games because sometimes, you know, you'll have unexpected guests coming in, you know, or you get your relatives coming over with your nephews and nieces and stuff and what have you, and you just want to play a game that is great for all the family, you know. Sometimes you got to take a break from shooters sometimes, you know what I mean, and just play games that are suitable for all the family because fun can still be had, you know, and this is definitely one of those games. Like I mentioned earlier on in the beginning of the video, I'm quite looking forward to the release of Rocket League, which is basically an arena game. It's a football arena game with cars, and I've seen it in action in different videos, and it looks enjoyable to play. And the unique thing about the game, it is cross-play. I think for the first time, this game will be the first game I can actually cross-play with another format, i.e. PS4 and PC, which will be very, very, very interesting to experience. I have a feeling that the PC guys are going to have more of an advantage, but you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. Controls are very simple on this game, very, very simple. It's more or less the same as Mario Kart. And I can say hand on heart, this is definitely a game that will rival it for the PS4. And there you have it. I am first. And that's more or less it. So is with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check it out. I mean, you know, £8 costs less than a pizza, costs as much as a pack of cigarettes, lasts even longer, keep you more healthier. Do you know what I'm saying? So check it out. But that's more or less it. That's your lot for me. And as always, you know the coup. Whatever the game, media, format, genre, happy game, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And until I catch you guys on the next one, stay blessed. Magan. Vroom, 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 vroom.